Hi there, my name is Christine, and I'm going to be talking to you today about some ways you can teach astronomy through remote learning and without manipulatives. And you can find many other lessons at astrolessons.com. And you can follow me on Twitter, where I have more lessons. So specifically today, we are going to be looking at talking about the moon. And we are going to use Google Slides. I'm going to show you how to use Nearpod. You can use Infiniscope moon phases, Stellarium, and Google Drawings. So if you were to use Nearpod, you can embed things like matching, you can embed drawing, and you can embed quizzes, which is really cool, and you can put them all into slides. Here is another way that you could use my slides that I'm going to show you and embed it into Nearpod so that students would just draw over it. So something else you can do is using Google Slides. And if every student gets a Google Slide, they can manipulate these positions around to be able to decide how how moon phases would occur. If students have their own slide deck, then they can each answer these questions. You can give them this slide, they do the manipulatives, they answer the questions. Then what they can also do is, again, manipulate these around, write in their explanations, and they can add labels. Taking that a step further, asking what role the moon plays in phases of the moon, they can manipulate these positions, add in labels, add in explanations next to the text boxes. They move each of these from the view of the moon to the position of the moon. And then here you can see we're adding in, I've given them all of the moons in which they move around the Earth, and they add in the arrows to indicate rays of the sun. So in this case, they're adding in what we would see of the moon and the orbital view of the moon. So they're making that connection of the role of the sun and how that determines what we see and adding an explanation. Lastly, I have a Google drawing, and this is an image of that Google drawing, and I have the links at the bottom and on my website where they would have to draw in the phase and what that looks like orbitally and connect what phase name that is. Lastly, students can go to Stellarium, and if they go to Stellarium, they can make observations, they can see the position of the moon on the horizon at different times of the month. They can make that connection to the cardinal directions in relationship to other objects and also see when it is below the horizon.